Hello everyone once again and welcome back to PAX and Recreation, and today, folks, got a lot rusty. So, got a lot Rudy. So what we are going to crack today is a set that is very beloved and close to my heart, which is Kamigawa Neon Dynasty, and this is a collector booster box. So, is this worth it? I can tell you right from the top of the video, not likely. There's going to be like a couple of cards that are going to be kind of expensive, and the rest is just going to be stuff that likely would be better if we just open a draft booster box from Kamigawa and just play, because Kamigawa is a very good set to play with in draft. So yeah, and we will open the draft booster box in the future, so stay tuned and like and subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell so that you don't forget and all that stuff. But sometimes you just want the bling, right? So that's where we are today. Let's crack Kamigawa Neon Dynasty collector boosters almost a year after they were released, or almost, well, actually more than a year, a lot more than a year. Let's see, Scrapyard, Steelbreaker, Nezumi Blade Blazer, Kappa Tech Wrecker, Ninja Turtles Much, Mech Hangar, love it. And one mana of any color, spend this mana only to cast a pilot or vehicle or spell. I don't remember if this is in the commander deck. I pretty much hope it is. If it's not, it's just a shame, a big shame. I love that deck, by the way, the Kamigawa Neon Dynasty vehicle deck, the Buckle Up. I love these lands. Is it worth to buy the entire booster box for a collector booster box for these lands? Nope, just buy the singles. But God, look at this, beautiful. Obviously, if you don't like Japanese art and stuff like that, well, just stick with other side, I guess. Upriser Renegade here, heir of the Ancient Fang in foil, not bad. Silver for Master Splinter Much, will bet everything that I have. Dokuchi Shadow Walker, an Ogre Ninja with Ninjutsu. Springleaf Avenger is an Insect Ninja with Ninjutsu for 3 and 1 green, and whenever Spring Ninja Avengers deals combat damage to a player, return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. Not very bad. A wide Myojin of Grim Betrayal. This is from one of the commander decks, the one from the auras, if I recall correctly. For 5 and 2 black, is launches the creature's spirit. Whenever it enters the battlefield, it enters the battlefield with an indestructible counter on it. If you cast it from your hand, remove an indestructible counter from it, and you can put onto the battlefield under your control all creature cards in all graveyards that were put there from anywhere this turn. Okay, it looks stronger than it actually is, because it needs to be that turn. So it's a very good card to play after a board wipe, but or to just remove the indestructible. So it's actually, you have it on the board, then you do a board wipe, it doesn't die because it had an indestructible counter, and then you do the thing. So not bad. Hidetsugu consumes all, and it transforms into Vessel of the All-Consuming. Not bad at all, my friends. Farewell, sorry. Nice Kamigawa border. Choose one or more. Exile all artifacts, exile all creatures, exile all enchantments or graveyards. Pam 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 pam. Light Pause, Emperor's Voice, nice. Whenever an aura enters the battlefield under your control, if you cast it, you may search your library for an aura card with mana value less than or equal to that aura and with different name than each aura you control. Put that card onto the battlefield attached to Light Pause, the Emperor's Voice, then shuffle. And a Spirit token that is also a Samurai token. Not bad. Not bad for this first booster, but as a reminder, please remember, I really like this set. So this is me just... Jesus, what's up with this? This is just me loving Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. it may it may not reflect your experience with the set. So there is that. So for Master, come on, look at Master Splinter right there. It's like Ninja Turtles and Cyberpunk and Akira all put together. Like they went for a banger. They went like, okay, the first Kamigawa set didn't sell that much. Maybe it was because of a cultural thing back in the day. I keep running, nice. But this one, we're going to pull from all the things that nowadays are just pop Japanese culture. Let's go. Kappa Tech Wrecker. Donatello, pretty much. Love it. Kyodai, Soul of Kamigawa, Dragon Spirit, 3 white. Flash Flying, when Kyodai, Soul of Kamigawa, enters the battlefield, another target permanent gains indestructible for as long as you control Kyodai. And if you pay one of each color, Kyodai gets 5/5 +5/+5 until the end of turn. Cyberdrive Awakener. Look at that. This is from the pilot deck. Ooh. Kaito Shizuki. Legendary Planeswalker Kaito. Look at that art. Yeah. Ishin, 2 heavens as 1. Nice. Nice indeed. One of the best commanders. Ooh, and Hinata Dawncrowned. White foil, beautiful big back boom with a beam with a bang. These two are amazing commanders. For obvious reasons, like this, well, if a creature attacking will cause a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. So there you go, great commander and great colors for that. And Hinata, Dawncrowned, is another great commander because it's a 4/4 and it says, Flying Trample, spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each target and spells your opponent cast cost 1 less. So this is a big pain in the butt for everyone playing the same board as you, a Goblin Shaman and a Samurai. I'm really trying to open one of these in a fashionable way, but not going to happen. I just don't want to bend the card, so there is that. Reckoner's Bargain. Hotshot Mechanic. Roadside Reliquary. This was in my standard deck before they banned Reckoner Bankbuster, so there's that. The Long Reach of the Night. Look at this. This is why you don't buy foils or... Ooh, look at this thing, baby. Yeesh. It's beautiful. Heiko Yamazaki, the General. Some people really hate these cards because they are like anime style. And to this, I have to say, Reinforced Running, nice. Well, look at this. Wow. And this card is actually very good. And to that, I say something, which is, well, I understand 300% when that's something like the bonus track of Jumpstart 2022, which is, it contains an anime card. It's like, why? This is Magic the Gathering. I mean, it's a fine thing to include. Thank you very much, I guess. But at the same time, it's like, why? It doesn't have anything to do with anything. But to be honest, if you get pissed about anime style cards in Kamigawa, which is basically Japan, the set, the problem is yours. Because I mean, this is you knew what you were, you know what the party was about. So the problem is yours. March of the Burgeoning Life. As an additional cost to cast this spell, you may exile a number of green cards from your hand. This spell costs 2 less to cast for each card exiled this way. Choose a creature with mana value less than X. Search a library for a creature card with the same name that creature, put into the battlefield tab, and then shuffle. Brilliant Restoration. For 3 and 4 white, return all artifact and enchantment cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. Well, I mean... Ooh, Jin-Gitaxias, Progress Tyrant. You know I love my Phyrexian Praetors, so... Yeesh, look at this card. Bing, 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 bing. 5 and 2 blue. Whenever you cast an artifact, instant or sorcery, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. This ability triggers only once each turn, otherwise it will be like an infinite loop. Whenever an opponent casts an artifact, instant, or sorcery spell, counter that spell. This ability triggers only once each turn. Yeesh! Amazing. A great card. And a treasure token. And a samurai. Really trying to not bend anything. However, Intercessor's Arrest. I just love Kamigaway in Dynasty, man. And it's not because of the looks, because, well, it also helps for me, certainly. But the gameplay-wise, this set is just amazing. Like, we're going to open a draft box in the future, and you will see, like, it's just full of amazing things. It's just a great draft experience. I think it's one of the best in the. Oh, look at this card, Jesus Christ! Is one of the best experiences in recent years of Magic, like last 2 years or something. It's very well balanced, fun effects. Every color has like one or two like new effects or kind of effects that are attached to that color, and it's like, like ninjutsu is for kind of everyone, but there are some colors that have more ninjutsu than others. You have the samurai thing, and if they attack alone, they get something, and then you get the equipment thing. I don't remember the name of the equipment thing, but we'll get a rabbit card that you will see. But Risona Asari Commander, or Risona, because whenever deals combat to the combat damage to a player, if it doesn't have an indestructible counter, put it. And if they deal damage to me, remove the counter. Okay. So it doesn't protect you from any damage. It just is a consequence. Access denied. Bing, 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 bing. Nice. Lizard Blades. Love this card. In all the senses of the word. Atsushi, the Blazing Sky. Nice. 2 and double red, flying trample. When Atsushi, the Blazing Sky dies, choose one. Exile the top 2 cards of your library until the end of turn. You can play those cards and create 3 treasure tokens. Nice. Invoke the Winds. Look at that art. Look at everything. Yeesh. Construct token. Samurai token. Next. Radiance Authority. Fade into Antiquity. Bronze Plate Boar. Reconfigure. That was the effect I was thinking about. Prodigy's Prototype. I love the freaking makers, man. Befriending the Moths. I hope not, because they are kind of... Moths are kind of disgusting. And you will know if a moth entered your mouth at any point in your life, because they kind of fly very erratically and you don't expect it, and they just, it's a very amazing looking land, as usual. I love Mothra though, so I guess I have problems with the ones that can touch my face. Seven-Tail Mentor, very good card. At least I like it. Inkrise Infiltrator, very nice. Moon Circuit Hacker. March of the Swirling Mist, nice. Tanuki Transplanter. Whenever Tanuki Transplanter or equipped creature attacks, add an amount of green mana equal to its power. Until the end of turn, you don't lose this mana as the steps and phases end. Reconfigure for 3. Very good card. Weaver of Harmony. Other enchantment creatures you control get +1/+1. For green and tap, copy target activated or trigger ability you control from an enchantment source. Okay, I think this is in the commander deck for auras and veils, I think. Lizard Blades, but the other art, amazing. This makes more sense, I guess, but or not. I don't know. I like it. Invoke Calamity. I love that all colors have like an equivalent of this. Invoke something, right? Invoke Despair is the one that everyone likes because it's kind of broken. Nice. You may cast up to 2 instant and or sorcery spells with total mana value 6 or less from your graveyard and or hand without paying their mana cost. If those spells will be put into your graveyard, exile them instead. Exile Invoke Calamity. It's kind of okay, but I mean, it's kind of expensive to bring back stuff from your graveyard. I mean, I guess it's okay. To cast it from your hand is kind of pointless unless you don't have the mana colors for it, which in that case, that will make sense. Ooh, a land, I guess. Go Shintai of Shared Purpose. Legendary enchantment creature, Shrine. Love it. Replication Specialist. The Fall of Lord Konda. Those two, Fragment of Konda. Amazing. Oof, look at this. Woof. Okay. Heir of the Ancient Fang. Enganjo Exemplar, or Enganjo. Mukotai Ambusher. There's a bunch of rats, by the way. Silver for Master. Splinter. Kura, the Boundless Sky. There's a dragon spirit for each color. This has Fly and Death Touch. It's a 4/4 for 3 and 2 green. And it says, when it dies, choose one. Search your library for up to 3 land cards, reveal them and put them into your hand, then shuffle, or create an XX green spirit creature token where X is the number of lands you control. Green Mana Ramp. The card is kind of okay. I guess in a commander game it can be very powerful. Ruthless Technomancer. This is also from the commander deck, if I recall correctly. Tameshi Reality Architect. Legendary creature, Moonfolk Wizard. Whenever one or more non-creature permanents are returned to hand, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. And for X and 1 white, return a land you control to its owner hand. Return target artifact or enchantment card with mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Activate only as a sorcery, which is kind of okay. Satsuki, the Living Lore, in anime style. So green and 1 white, legendary creature, human druid. You put a lore counter on each saga you control. Activate only as a sorcery. When Satsuki, the Living Lore, dies, choose one. Return target saga or enchantment creature you control to its owner hand. Or return a saga from the graveyard to your hand, which is very nice if you have a saga deck. Goro Goro, Disciple of the Ryusei. For 1 and 1 red, legendary creature, Goblin Samurai. For 1 red, creatures you control gain haste until the end of turn, and for 3 and 2 red, you create a 5/5 red dragon creature spirit token with flying. Activate only if you control an attacking modified creature, which is kind of a double requirement. It's kind of meh, but if you're playing red in Kamigawa, you have a bunch of modified. Modified means aura, equipment, etc. We are halfway there. I understand that the collector boosters are. Harder than the normal boosters because of the value, man. Think about the value, and there's a bunch of foils there. So, but doesn't it be that hard? I mean, although, Azusa's Many Journeys. I play this card in standard a lot. Amazing art. Although one could argue, and that's actually a very good point, that if there is one type of booster that you don't want people to be able to just open like I do and take the cards and have the booster, the wrapper in whole, that will be collector boosters because you don't want people to reseal them. So there is that. Ooh, Jin-Gitaxias again, Progress Tyrant, but this is the normal card. Amazing. Concord with the Kami. 3 and 1 green. At the beginning of your end step, choose 1 or more. Put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature with the counter on it. This is from the Auras commander deck. Draw a card if you control an enchanted creature, or create a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token if you control an equipped creature. So you depend a lot on equipped creatures. Shigeki Jukai Visionary. For 1 and 1 green is a 1/3 legendary enchantment creature, Snake Druid, and its effect is 1 and 1 green. Tap it. You return Shigeki to its owner hand. Reveal the top 4 cards of your library. You may put a land card from among them onto the battlefield tapped. Put the rest into your graveyard, which is kind of meh. And then you can channel it and return X target non-legendary card from your graveyard to your hand, which is kind of okay, I guess. Lion Sash. This card is actually kind of good. I like it. It is an equipment card, and you can pay 1 white and exile target card from a graveyard. If it was a permanent card, you put a +1/+1 counter on Lion Sash. And equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each +1/+1 counter on Lion Sash, and it has reconfigure. So you can reconfigure it to save it after defending something, and its power keeps increasing, and it's just amazing. And Bright Palm Ninja is one of those cards that I love because it's like so flashy, so powerful, and it's just whoever with a thing in its hand. So it's like the Parasite protagonist treasure and samurai. Ecologist Terrarium, I like that card a lot. Experimental Synthesizer, Reality Heist, Imperial Recovery Unit, The Shattered States Era, and it transforms into Nameless Conqueror. All sagas are really bent for some reason. Oof, look at this. Oof. Peerless Samurai, not bad. Sky-Blessed Samurai. Spell costs 1 less to cast for each enchantment you control. Flying. Very expensive. And kind of meh, to be honest. Dokuchi Silencer? Yeah. Blade Blizzard Kitsune. Or Kitsune, depends on how you have to pronounce it. Thundering Raiju. Or Raiju. 2 and 2 red for a 3/3 creature spirit that has haste, and whenever Thundering Raiju attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Then Thundering Raiju deals X damage to each opponent, where X is the number of modified creatures you control other than Thundering Raiju. Not bad, but don't forget that even though it looks like it, it doesn't fly. Collision of Realms from the Commander decks. Each player shuffles all creatures they own into the library. Each player who shuffled a non-token creature into the library this way reveals cards from the top of the library onto the reveal a creature card, then puts that card onto the battlefield and the rest on the bottom of the library in random order. So yeah, this is kind of a clean board, just gamble your future kind of card. March of the Otherworldly Light, with some sort of Totoro in there as well. As an additional cost to cast this spell, you may exile any number of white cards from your hand. This spell costs 2 less to cast from each card exiled this way. Exile an artifact, creature, or enchantment with mana value X or less. Tatsunari Toad Rider. Legendary creature, Human Ninja. Whenever you cast an enchantment spell, if you don't control a creature named Keimi, create Keimi, a legendary 3/3 black and green frog creature token with, whenever you cast an enchantment spell, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. This is kind of very good for Commander. 1 and either 1 green or 1 blue, Tatsunari, Toad Rider, and target frog you control can be blocked this turn except by creatures with flying or reach. Ooh, this is edge foil, Saturo Umezawa. 1 blue, 1 black, Human Ninja. Whenever you activate, you can't really see the drawing because of the edge foil, but whatever. Whenever you activate a ninjutsu ability, look at the top 3 cards of your library, put 1 of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. The ability triggers only once each turn. Each creature card in your hand has ninjutsu for 2, 1 blue and 1 black. So this is kind of okay. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. If you build the deck around it, maybe it's good. A pilot and a spirit. Lucky Offerings, Kami's Flare, Generous Visitor, Orochi, Boseiju Reaches for Skyward. I love this card, even though it's not that good, but I use that in Standard a lot. Amazing looking land. We'll never say that enough. Selfless Samurai, Peerless Samurai, Dokuchi Shadow Walker, Futurist Operative, kind of okay. Sokenzen, Crucible of Defiance. So, legendary land. It gives you 1 red, but you can channel it for 3 and 1 red and discard Sokenzen, Crucible of Defiance, and create 2 1/1 colorless spirit creature tokens. They gain haste until the end of turn. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each legendary creature you control. Okay, kind of good, kind of useful. Ooh! The Commander herself, Kotori, Pilot Prodigy. I love this deck, and technically I know that her mecha is a better pilot than her, a better commander than her for her deck, but she still works okay. The Reality Chip is a legendary artifact creature, Equipment Jellyfish. For 1 and 1 blue, you may look at the top card of your library anytime. It is a 0/4, and it says, as long as the Reality Chip is attached to a creature, You may play lands and cast spells from the top of your library, which is nice. Reconfigure 2 and 1 blue. It's kind of very good. Thousand-Faced Shadow. Ninjutsu. Flying and is for 1 blue is a 1/1, and whenever Thousand-Faced Shadow enters the battlefield from your hand, if it's attacking, create a token that's a copy of another target attacking creature. That token enters the battlefield tapped and attacking, which is great. Ooh, another great mecha. Let's see. Mindlink Mech. Artifact vehicle, flying. Whenever Mindlink Mech becomes crewed for the first time each turn until the end of turn, it becomes a copy of target non-legendary creature that crewed in this turn, except it's a 4/3, it's a vehicle artifact in addition to its other types, and it has flying. And it has crew 1. Very good. Actually, very good improvement to the pilot deck. Construct and Samurai. 3 to go. Dokuchi Shadow Walker, Scored Barrens, Raito Sentinel, Lich Gauntlet, Okiba Reckoner Raid with the rats. Then it becomes Nezumi Road Captain. It's just a very good, like all sagas are really bent. What's up with the foil process? Look at this, amazing as usual. El Ganjo Exemplar, Aki Ronin, Coiling Stalker, Inkrise Infiltrator, the restoration of a Ganjo, or a Ganjo. I don't know how you pronounce this. So, search library for a basic Plains card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Kind of okay. You may discard the card. When you do, return target permanent card with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield tab. Kind of okay. And 3, exile this saga, then return it to the battlefield, transform your control. And it becomes Architect of Restoration, Vigilance, and whenever Architect of Restoration attacks or blocks, create a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token. It's okay. I mean, I can see building a deck that uses this and it's kind of useful, but Myojin of Roaring Blades. Amazing looking art for sure, but for 5 and 3 red, what you get is from the commander decks a 7/4 that says Myojin of Roaring Blade enters the battlefield with an indestructible counter on it if you cast it from your hand, and if you remove the counter, it deals 7 damage to each of up to 3 targets. Not bad, not great, but not bad. Mukotai Soul Reaper. We saw this already. Teachings of the Kirin. Let's see if this saga is better. Mill 3 cards. You create 1/1 colorless spirit token. Okay, so for green-black, this may be good. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Okay, exile this saga, and it becomes Kirin Touch Orochi. Whenever Kirin Touch Orochi attacks, you either exile a creature card from the graveyard. When you do, create a 1/1 colorless spirit token. Okay. Or exile a non-token card from your graveyard. When you do, put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature you control. That's okay. For playing with your graveyard, this card is very good, but there are better ways, I guess. Eiganjo Sith of the Empire. For it's a legendary land, you tap it, it gives you 1 white, and if you channel it, you can discard it. I'm paying 2 and 1 white, and it deals 4 damage to each attacking or blocking creature, and this ability costs 1 less to activate for each legendary creature you control. So, Spirit, and Samurai. Second to last. Bearer of Memory. Kami of the Terrible Secrets. Norika Yamazaki, the Poet. Go Shintai, of Boundless Vigor. Kumaino faces Kakazan, and it transforms into Etching of Kumano. I play against this thing so much in Standard. Amazing looking land. Jukai Trainee, Guardians of Oboro, Prosperous Thief, Fangs of Shigeki, I know it's Shingeki, but Surge Hacker Mech, Menace. Whenever it enters the battlefield, it deals damage equal to twice the number of vehicles you control to target creature, planeswalker, opponent controls, which is just okay. One with the Kami from the commander decks. Flash, enchant creature you control. Whenever enchanted creature or another modified creature you control dies, you create X 1/1 color spirit creature tokens with X, where X is that creature's power. Hinata, Dawn Crown, again, but this time in white art. Very nice commander. Invoke Calamity, which is the one that we saw a while ago. The Dragon Kami Reborn. You gain, for the first 2 steps is you gain 2 life. And look at the top 3 cards of your library, exile one of them face down with a hatching counter on it, then put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. And then at the 3rd turn, you exile it. And when you exile it, it becomes Dragon Kami Egg. Dragon Kami's Egg. It's a 0/1, and whenever Dragon Kami's Eggs or a dragon you control dies, you may cast a creature spell from among cards you own in exile with hatching counters on them without paying its mana cost. So it's kind of a long play card. You like exile 2 cards, you put a hatching count on it, you invoke this, you try to kill this, which is kind of mean, to be honest, and then just summon those cards. If anything else dies, it also works. So with tokens, it says non-token or it says token? A dragon. So yeah, spirit, nice, kind of a frog, but nice, and a spirit. And last booster of this pack, of this box actually, is I'm really trying to. No, you can't. You can't really open this in a civilized manner. Yeah, you can't. Which a part of me is sad, but the part of me that don't want people to be scammed, it just celebrates because it's like, thank you. So Shrine Steward, Twisted Embrace, Discover the Impossible. What did I do? Gravelighter, The Modern Age. I use this card a lot, even though it's not that good, but you know, standard. Amazing. Sari Captain, very good to have in the deck with the Two Heavens as 1 card. I don't remember the name of the commander itself, but Guardians of Oboro, Inkrise Infiltrator, Monster with Hacker, Hidetsugu, Devouring Chaos. Is for 3 and 1 black, is a 4/4 Ogre Demon that says you pay black and sacrifice a creature, scry 2, and if you pay 2 and 1 red and tap it, exile the top card of your library, you may play that card this turn. When you exile an on-land card this way, Hidetsugu, Devouring Chaos, deals damage equal to the exiled card's mana value to any target, which is actually not that bad. Smoke Spirit's Aid. For X and 1 red, for each of up to X target creatures, create a red aura enchantment token named Smoke Blessing attached to that creature. Those tokens have enchant creature, and when an enchant creature dies, it does 1 damage. So this is from the commander decks, from the one with auras, which is the less preferred one from people. The Dragon Kami Reborn, this is the same card but with a different drawing. This is nice, but it still feels very mean that you have to kill it so that this. Well, I mean, I get the lore plus mechanic, but yeesh. Nashi, Moonsage Scion. Legendary creature, Rat Ninja. Whenever it deals combat damage, it has ninjutsu. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, exile the top card of each player's library. At the end of turn, you may play one of those cards. If you cast a spell this way, pay life equal to its mana value rather than paying its mana cost. Which is kind of very good for a commander, actually. Eiganjo Uprising. Ooh, look at that. Beautiful. X, 1 red, 1 white. Create X/2/2 white samurai creature tokens with vigilance. They gain menace and haste at the end of turn, and each opponent creates X-1 to white samurai creature tokens with vigilance. So everybody gets a samurai. You get a samurai. You get a samurai. Mech Titan. Amazing token. And a samurai. So now, as a way of wrapping this up, let's see what's our favorite card from each color. So on white, well, Selfless Captain is kind of good. You can tell that we're going to have a problem. I like this one, but it feels very much from Misei Ito is the author of the drawing. It feels very much like something I've seen before. Imperial Recovery Unit. I like this one. I like mechs, so or mechas. So there is that. Brilliant Restoration is very beautiful. I guess this one is the better looking card. Light Pause, Emperor's Voice. Very nice. Now for blue, this set is very well distributed. You don't have like more of one color. There are some colors that are more powerful, that's for sure. I love the drawing on this card. This is very nice as well. Jin-Gitaxias. I think it's going to be Jin-Gitaxias. I forgot we pulled a Jin-Gitaxias. This is amazing looking as well. Damn. Both between these two. Yeah, it's gonna be my boy, Jin-Gitaxias. I love the art on this one as well. Yeah, but it's gotta be Jin-Gitaxias. I mean, look at this thing. Jeez. For black, Hiretsugu was nice, but I can really tell you that there's going to be something else. There's going to. I like this card a lot, by the way, but I never pick sagas because the art is kind of too thin. So, what do we have here? Well, this is very nice as well. Maybe this one. Yeah, I prefer this one. More of a mystic wave to it. Like it. Now for red, this card looks great. This card looks amazing. Maybe it's going to be this one. The dragons. Well, the lizard blades, they have a good art. They invoke calamity. I mean, look at that. The lizard blades are like, ooh. Maybe Atsugi. Atsushi, sorry. Atsushi. Oof, this card looks great, man. Yeah, it's Atsushi, the blazing sky. Look at it. It's amazing. Now for green, there are a couple of candidates that I remember. Oh, this is beautiful. So there is that. Kura, the Boundless Sky. It's great, but it's kind of confusing, so I'm sticking with this one. This is nice looking. This is great, but also kind of confusing. Yeah, I mean, I love the Ninja Turtles, so maybe that, but this ninja also looks great. I'm going to keep this one. It's just more peaceful, more fitting with green. Now, for lands, is a big problem that we have here, my friends, because look at all these lands. What a beautiful amount of lands. Jeez. I think I'm going with this one. It just tells you so much. But I mean, if I do this video again, it can be any of the others. They all look so nice. And for colorless, or pretty much artifacts, well, not much here. But I like the Ecologist Terrarium. There you go. Now for tokens, I'm going to cheat because likely it's going to be the Mech Titan, even though it looks kind of dull colored, but and there's a bunch of nice looking tokens here. Spirit is also nice. Bunch of Samurai, the thing that you get the most. Samurai. Yeah, it's going to be Mech Titan. I like it, even though the colors are not quite there. And now for multicolor, this is the hardest part because there's a bunch of beautiful cards here. Look at the Hinata. Hinata is amazing. I mean, I love this commander. Satoru Umezawa, sort of for Master Prodigy's prototype, like Hinata, Dawncrown again, like maybe this one. Even Kaito looks great, even though the card's not that good. Yeah, it's going to be this one. Look at that. Crazy, right? And that will be it. So let me know what you think about it in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you had a great time. And as usual, see you next time on Packs and Recreation. Like, subscribe, and tickle those buttons. Bye.